Today we're speaking to a business owner that's got 5 shops in the podiatry space, and that's foot health. Business is going well, but there's some cash flow challenges, and he wants to know how can he really grow the business. Now, once I've dug into the numbers, there's something really exciting here, and I think he can have an amazing business that makes a lot of money. It's all coming up in the big show. Strap yourselves in. Hello campers, welcome back to the Business Broadcast, the podcast designed to help grow your business. Let's find out today's guests' headline challenges with JB.
The headline challenges today are from the Foot Medic Group. Now, these guys have got an aspiration to grow a nationalised chain of podiatry clinics, much in the same way as like a Specsavers might operate. But at the moment, we think they've got the wrong model. He's got 5 clinics, 2 of which he owns as an owner-occupier, but he's proactively capping his revenue.
I mean, this is madness. One of the weirdest conversations I've had. He said, I can't grow the revenue per shop because I'm worried that someone won't be able to afford to buy the business should I want to exit.
Has he got the wrong model? Not focusing on a JV, but he needs to be looking more at franchises. You've got some good advice for this.
Let's find out. Let's meet Damian. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, good. You've been at some shows without me, haven't you? You went to the Festival of Entrepreneurs.
I did go to the Festival of Entrepreneurs.
How'd it go?
It was very good. Yeah, it was very good. There's
lots of people there.
Good speakers there. Yeah, some very good.
Well, I wasn't there, was I?
No, I mean, I said good speakers, not great speakers.
Oh,
Listen. I was very careful with my language there. No, it was very good. Shout out to them. It was their first year, their inaugural event at the NEC. That's a bloody big space to fill, the NEC, isn't it? My giddy gosh.
How many halls did they take?
They took, I think they had 2.
What do you say?
The NEC is a mad building though, isn't it? Because at the same time, there was like the recruitment show. Yeah. There was the caravan and camping show. There was the education show.
Yeah.
All at the same time. Mad.
Do you, how do you, because you had an exhibition stand there, and this is really where I was going with this.
Yes.
Did it fruit any fruits for you?
2 leads haven't converted yet, but I think at least one of them will come off.
So I've got my views on, I was talking to
Give us your views.
Business owner yesterday. We have had some of our best customers from exhibitions, but only when we've gone down the route of go big or go home.
Yeah.
And that's not always a rule for everyone. I did speak to someone yesterday. They'd done a leisure show, spent £100,000 with hotels, accommodation. There was a show in Paris that moves around Europe. Lots of the shows do that. They're in Berlin one year, London, Paris. They spent £100,000 and they think they broke even at best from it.
Really?
But we done one for Cafe Deli Wholesale. Maybe I can put a picture up as on the screen now. Whoever's doing the edit of this was Cafe Deli in a big show in London. This cost us about £30,000 to do the show, the picture you're seeing. That includes the exhibition space, labour, getting all the stuff there. I think the exhibition space was 24 grand and then another 6 grand on top. What I've learned is you want to make sure you don't have a shell scheme. Yeah. So you're not boxed in. I think shell schemes are a big no-no.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that people can see you from a 360. You want to have a position of being unusual in a very usual world. I think that's really important if you're looking like all the other stands. And so what we did there, I don't know if you can see on the picture, is we put a little van at the front because we're a delivery company selling food and drinks. And I said I wanted it to look like a warehouse. We put warehouse racking up and filled it with stock. Now everyone does all this fancy stuff and they make sure design takes preference over message, which leads us on to what we're going to talk about, Foot Medic, where we really rate their website. And so we had all of the stock that we sell and catalogues, proper big catalogues, 32-page catalogues. I think, 64-page, like a proper catalogue so people could see our products. And then you got to make sure you do the follow-up. I think it's been a good show for us, and I think it's going to generate many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of revenue for us. It's all in the follow-up.
Yeah.
Can you just talk us through why we like this website? Because I think what I've said there is that we made sure that design didn't go over message. And I think
so we've just got on to, so if you want to have a look at it, a very, very good example of a website, footmediccardiff.co.uk. If you go on there straight away, there's lots of stuff there that's above what they call above the fold. So straight away, there's a free phone number. And I bet, so if I go onto there, it's going to try and make me click onto it straight away. And it's going to try and probably do a phone call through the website. Because obviously if you're on a mobile device, it'll dial straight through. It's also top right-hand side. It's got an appointments. And if you click into that, that's going to go straight into, booking online, gives you a free phone number or book online anytime, just making it really simple. Now, if you looked at this website, if you were, it just does everything that you need to do. It's a very, very good example.
And the pictures tell the stories very easy. And that's what I was trying to do with the Cafe Deli thing. The things that we put on the stand, rather than just a big bloody logo. I mean, what I love about this website, hopefully the team have put it on the screen, is that, the uninitiated in marketing will make sure that the logo takes prominence. Yeah. But what we've done here is the appointments, free phone, and the pictures tell a story that we're really going to look after feet. And that to me is the only thing I don't see is testimonials and guarantees, which I think would have made that a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, right down the bottom. But that would actually be worth it, because they've actually got 5-star Google reviews out of 593 reviews, which is a lot. So that would be the only addition would be 5 stars on Google, somewhere above that. Of that fold.
I do think that's very important. For,
good website.
We talk about this in marketing called risk reversal, what's the risk of me using your products and services? And if you can reverse that in the mind's eye of the shopper, I think things get very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is a good old website. Very good.
Before we do that, though, is there a knock at the door?
There is indeed a knock at the door. It's time for this.
Interesting quote or fact.
Interesting quote or fact.
It's time for the interesting quote or fact of the week.
Oh, I love this one.
I've just got something to say that's not an interesting fact or quote of the week, but very sadly, I've seen Pizza Hut gone into administration. Now, when I was a little wee young nipper, that was a big birthday party hangout. Like all of the kids went there.
Unlimited pizza in the ice cream machine.
Yeah, the ice cream, you could fill it up yourself. But
the topping bits on. Do you remember the topping bits?
Well, they weren't proper Smarties. They were like a knockoff Smartie. But you could help yourself to as many as you like.
Smarties,
yeah. Why do you think that's happened?
I don't think they've kept up with current trends. I think consumer behaviour has changed, whereas before it was like how much you can, like unlimited, which was like almost a challenge at a certain age, wasn't it? I'll show you how much I can eat.
Have you been to a Pizza Hut in the last
ever?
Yeah, I used to love going to Pizza Hut when I was a kid. Yeah, I remember maybe not been to one in like a year.
This is the challenge that they had. Everyone has said the same thing. I used to love going to Pizza Hut as a kid, and that's the challenge. There's a big one on the Strand, opposite your fancy bank, and it's always quiet in there. And that's the Strand, and I'm like, that is mad.
Do you think though, just food for thought? It's not that.
It's good. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Food for thought. We didn't even mean to.
Was not intentional.
That makes it all the better. Carry on, Chad. Sorry, I was just basking in your glow of glory there. Go on.
Is it not that they've done anything wrong, but in particular that just if you have a choice of places to eat, that I'm thinking I'd go to Wagamama's immediately, or even selection of pizza. I'm not choosing. I don't even want to choose Domino's anymore. I just want a nice kind of. You don't want chain. Well done. That's what I mean. You want an Italian restaurant. You don't want.
You think about coffee shops. The rise of the
That's
independent
exactly what
coffee
I'm saying. You go into London, you want a good coffee. I don't think Costa, Starbucks. Is that happening to Pizza Hut and Domino's, for example?
I think there's an element to that. This is not an interesting fact of the week. This is the sad fact of the week because people are definitely going to have lost jobs and it's going to be a bit of heartache there. So I asked people and here's what they said. They lost their slice of the market. They didn't innovate.
That kind of is what I'm saying. There's just lots of better options.
Yeah. They didn't innovate, so they...
Evaporate.
There you go. Glover 1823. The pieces... The pizzas were expensive and shit.
Well, that is part of the problem, though, isn't it? That is part of the problem. I haven't eaten a Pizza Hut since I worked in Cyprus in 2006 because it was the only option there.
Matt de Fruitman said energy costs, wage costs and lack of talent in the hospitality inflated rents. They stagnated, didn't innovate or change. Poor management and failure to move with the times. This one's good. Ben Flounders. They let my son at the ice cream factory one too many times. This goes to Chuds' point. Independents are so much better now. Joshy P. Insta says, obviously the Labour government. Slow marketing, healthy living culture. They haven't evolved, out of touch. The pizzas didn't move with the times. Pizza Express used to be upmarket, now it's standard. That's a good point. Yeah, it is. So that's that one there.
But it's the value proposition that they didn't move with. And to the health point, like back in the day, like Unlimited was like, oh, that's the thing. Now it's like everyone's very health conscious, but they didn't go into the treat market. And I saw there used to be a big one in Lakeside as you drove out of Lakeside, and Pizza Hut changed. I remember seeing I'm sure I did a video. I took a photo of it because I was like, that's so badly done. They started on the window. It said chicken wings, spicy sides, shakes, burgers, and it was all over the windows under their new branding. I was like, but you're Pizza Hut.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was no advertising to back up why that value proposition would be. If they'd have gone down the route of, they could still be the hub and the place for kids' parties, but they didn't market themselves as that. When was the last time you saw a Pizza Hut advert? I've not seen one in years.
Well, I've got a lot of experience of this because takeaway food at kids' parties when I was doing the stay, doing Jimbo, that was pizzas were a regular hit, and it was always Domino's, never Pizza Hut.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I saw that. I saw you post it. I went, oh, here we go. Yeah. This is what he's up to next. He's going to buy a bloody Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, no.
Can you imagine that?
There's good margin in pizza, but I'm a bit of a pizza connoisseur. But you know that the point that you said about people being more health conscious. Buying a pizza is a rare treat for people now. We don't eat pizza all the time unless it's good quality. Yeah, and that's when we spoke about a few episodes ago about Dunkin' Donuts, removing donuts from their name and just becoming Dunkin'. Yeah. People didn't really believe me. And then they've sent me pictures in America.
That's it, yeah.
Actually,
he's right.
He's right. This is now just Dunkin'. Because I think that's a very good point.
Sad though, isn't it?
And you have a pizza at home. Who wants to go to, if I go out for a meal, the last thing I want is a pizza unless we're having it as a side collectively, which I do like doing, don't I, Chuts? If we go out,
you have a pizza as a side.
Yeah, well, we went to Italy to a big trade show, and we like, they do it very well. Pizza Italiano, they do it well, and we order our pasta dishes, and then we would have a pizza for the table.
Pizza for the table.
And Chuts, that was a very good habit that I've started in people, and people have been copying it.
What a life you lead, eh?
Okay, well, should we do actual interesting facts?
Yeah, okay, go on then.
What are you going with?
I've got a quote. I've got a great quote. It's set, and it goes like this from Lee Milner, who messaged me on LinkedIn and said, I've got a good quote for you. Don't complain about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do.
Can you just say that one more time?
Don't complain about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do.
Wow.
You still weren't listening, were you?
No.
We're at a third time, love. Pay attention this time.
Well, really? I just know they're going to be rubbish.
They're not going to be rubbish. Listen to this.
I was finding my one. I'm listening now.
You ready?
Yeah.
Third time. Don't complain about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. I know, I do like that. Oh, no, I do like that one. It's like Jimmy Carr, but not quite the same as Jimmy Carr. I do like that one. Of course you do. You're actually listening this time. What have you got?
I'm going to go with a fact here.
He's not even ready.
No.
Not even ready.
Didn't we do about how many YouTube videos are uploaded a minute? Did we do that?
Sorry, say again. Sorry, this is what it's like. Sorry, say again. Say it one more time.
Did I read out the fact? Did we do that on a previous episode?
Just do it again, if not.
Well, I think this. I'll quickly do this. I'm sure we have done this.
Well, don't do it.
I've discussed it with you. Well, I'm going to ask you, JB, because it's how many YouTube videos are uploaded whilst we're doing interesting quote or fact of the week jingle?
So jingle's 30 seconds. I reckon there's probably 100,000 videos an hour. I'm going to go 5,000 videos in 30 seconds.
It's about 1,250 in 30 seconds.
Still impressive.
Unbelievable. So how many is that a day? I'll do the math for you. It's 2.5 million videos are uploaded a day.
Let's not pretend that James Sinclair just did mental math there. He had the answer ready for him.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect JB to do that. But I thought
I didn't expect you to do it.
No, I thought that was I thought that was very interesting. I think me and you have discussed it, JB, but Chuds, but I don't think we've put it out on the podcast. So
I thought it was interesting when you did your John Caldwell interview that he sold his business for the same price that YouTube got bought for.
I thought that was very interesting. No one else
I
really
thought it was
appreciated
great.
it. Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it? That YouTube was bought for 1.6 billion. That's got to be the best deal ever.
Hasn't
it? Google have invested, or Alphabet, whatever they're called these days, have invested
a few quid in it.
a few quid in it, or a few $1,000 million.
Do you think that's a better deal?
So 2,500. Let me just finish.
Of course.
For the quote, for the fact, 2,500 videos are uploaded a minute to YouTube, 2.5 million a day. And by next year, they'll become the biggest media company in the world, outstripping Netflix, Disney on revenue.
Have you heard that Netflix are going to be putting podcasts on Netflix?
Fantastic. When are we going on?
Very soon. They're only doing it for Spotify originals at the moment. So Spotify are going to take their originals off YouTube.
I'll put it on, sir.
That
old game again.
Yeah. So Netflix and Spotify are basically trying to gang up now on Alphabet to try and stem the growth of the video giant. There you go. Anyway, that's interesting facts or quote. If you have got an interesting facts or quote, please feel free to either DM one of us and we might read it out.
Interest one of our listeners that sent in one. I just think.
Go on then.
Just because I think it's nice.
I'll play this while you.
McKillian Plastering Limited says, "Who dares wins, Rodney?"
It's still a classic, isn't it? It's still a classic. Do you still? I still get excited when you see Only Fools and Horses at Christmas. When it comes up at Christmas,
I watch them on Instagram and they're little shorts that come up.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I love it. Right, let's get into today's business then, shall we? So get a bit more context as to the challenges that we're having. So Damian Murray from Foot Medic, £40,000 in monthly revenue, 24 years that he's been in the game, 9 team members. Biggest challenge, demonstrating to both startup and established podiatry clinic, easy for me to say, that a Foot Medic joint venture offers a fast and safest route to owning.
Just take a step back and say it again.
Okay. Demonstrate to both startup. No, that is better, isn't it?
Just take a step back.
Oh, take a step back. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't even see it. It was so well timed. Just slid in there. Oh, sorry. Demonstrate to both startup and established podiatry clinic owners that a Foot Medic joint venture offers the fastest and safest route to owning, growing and exiting a successful clinic without the risks of going it alone. Okay. Second biggest challenge, lack of podiatrists in the UK, sad face. Third biggest challenge, acquiring the commercial properties that we work from. Now, in the pre-chat chat, Damian said to me that they've got 5 clinics. They're trying to scale up to more, but it's taking longer than he would want to scale up. We'll have to find out more about this JV model. Where do you want to be in 1 year's time? We always ask our entrepreneurs. He said he wants to have refined every system and process to enable a seamless duplication of the Foot Medic podiatry clinics across the UK, in which he would hold a minority shareholding. What does a business look like when it's finished? He said there will always be work to do, so the business will never truly be finished. Oh, we don't like that answer, do we? But to answer your question, I would like my legacy to be that I created a national network of professional podiatry clinics. Why do I struggle with that word so much? Podiatry.
It's difficult to say.
Dedicated to improving the lives of patients while empowering the podiatrists who own them and work in them. Do you make the profit that you want to make? And if so, what is it? He said, yes and no. We currently work to a 30% net profit, which is good for 1 clinic, but we're currently only achieved this within 2 out of our 5 clinics. I'm happy with the net, but our turnover should be double what it currently is. How do you spend your day-to-day time in the business? We always ask this of our entrepreneurs as well. And he said to us, when I have a full quota of staff, I'm working on the business, upskilling staff, marketing, developing systems and growing the brand. When I have staff shortages, I'm treating patients, which I still enjoy doing, but it's a precious time that I can't get back. So that's where we're at. 40 grand a month. 24 years in the game, 9 staff and struggling to scale up the number of clinics. Shall we get lovely Damian all the way from Cardiff on the pod?
Let's get him on.
Let's do it.
Hey gang, we're going back to the pod in just a moment, but I wanted to tell you about Entrepreneurs University.
This is a platform that I've created for entrepreneurs and business owners that are serious about growth. There's 100 video lessons from me on everything in business, raising finance, buying companies, property investment, and everything in between. Attached to each video is a downloadable PDF that goes into more detail about what we've learned in the video. It goes one step further than that because I've also put stuff that you won't get anywhere else onto Entrepreneurs University. The lessons go into way more detail, but not just that. You're going to get my business plans, my spreadsheets, and all the files that I use to drive the KPIs in my business. Just think about how powerful that could be for your business. And here's the good news. You can try Entrepreneurs University for free. 14-day free trial. After that, it will cost you just $49.99 a month. That's less than a pair of Nikes to grow the profitability in your business. There's a link in the video description, and I cannot wait to see you in Entrepreneurs University.
Hey, Damian, how are you, sir?
Very well, thank you so much.
We should have Damian on film for the first time ever.
We have. Here he is. His face is here.
Yeah, it's here.
Ta-da! As if by magic. We can't see
I don't know whether you really want me on film as one of your first guests, but here we are.
We went for good looks. That's what we went for. Like, it's a good business, nice looking website. What a great looking fella. That was all of our metrics ticked. Go on then, mate. So give us in your own words the little.
You got 30 seconds though.
Oh, 30 seconds. Okay.
Was we going to have a little jingle for this?
No, we're not going to have a jingle. Just let the man talk.
Okay.
So 30-ish seconds to tell us about your business. Give us the origin story, mate, and how you've got to where you've got to right now.
Okay, so I qualified 24 years ago from Cardiff, which is where I live. I currently own 2 of the 5 foot medic clinics around the country. Love what I do. Always love being a podiatrist. I've always been excited about wanting to grow a national brand of podiatry clinics throughout the UK and Ireland. My family background, I didn't just go into podiatry. I have an optical background, not me personally, but my family. So I grew up in opticians, which is really where I got inspired by the Specsavers model. And that's stuck with me ever since, which is why I want to duplicate that into the podiatry industry. And look, the demand is huge. So I'm reassured, and I'm often quoted as sort of saying I could open a foot medic in any town or city and it would be successful. But I'm frustrated the fact that we have only grown to 5 so far. So I'm here for your help, gentlemen.
Well, just before we go into it, why? So what would be the average revenue per location per year?
Yeah, so we aim to be at £3,000 a month, bringing in £360,000 per year, and there's a reason for that per location, and that's a 2 to 3 chair clinic, so 2 practitioners, and the reason why we want to stop at that is because you taking it out of your playbook, James. I'm always building them to sell them, and if you get beyond that revenue, and you can't sell them. We've had this problem with our Glasgow clinic, it was too profitable in a way and very difficult to sell. So once we get to that sort of currently 360 a year, we need to open a second site.
So I don't understand that. Why, if it's too profitable, is it difficult to sell?
Because the only people that are going to buy podiatry clinics are podiatrists, and the only people that are looking to buy podiatry clinics tend to be either newly qualified practitioners or younger practitioners that just do not have the vision or the financial ability to buy the clinic.
We'll come on to that in a minute. I'm quite excited about this now. I wasn't, and now I'm sort of understanding it. So if you open a new store in ABC town, does it quickly fill up, and is there a desire and need for the service? Like
absolutely.
So you can get the customers, and this is the word I want you to listen to, and be honest with me, easily.
Yes, and I'll tell you the reason why. A lot of it's based on the fact that NHS podiatry is now a core service that just looks after mainly high-risk patients, wound care. And even the podiatrists that are being trained in the 10, 12 universities around the UK are being funneled into that role only. That means that every other foot problem that we see regularly, which can be minor problems, nails, hard skin, through to biomechanical problems, gout, JB, and I'm sorry. sore subject, I know.
It's good. It's good.
Very
good, like Damian. Well done.
Yeah. Took me all morning to think of it, guys. So, so the scope of practice is huge. The training, the increased scope of practice that we're doing is huge. So we are mopping up the rest of society, basically. So there's no worry about demand.
Okay, so that's good. So of that 360,000, is it vatable or is it zero?
No,
rated?
currently not. But if Rachel Reeves gets her way, she's currently making some noises about making healthcare vatable, and I don't think she will. I don't want to go off on a tangent because that would bring people pulling out their own teeth and driving without being able to see and pulling off their own toenails. I don't think she'll make healthcare vatable, but you never know with this government, dear. But I currently think that's not a risk for us.
So if you got a shop doing 360,000 of revenue and so I'm just trying to think about this. And then what percentage of that goes on labour?
Quite a large percent. We currently work on a 30% net profit. So 70% of that 360 is it goes mainly on labour. Small amount on rents and rates and overheads, but the majority of it's labour.
Right. So here's what I would do. I mean, this bloody is a great business. If what you're telling me is good and true, the way I would grow this is I would buy the properties that the foot clinics operate out of, and then I would go to the new recruits and say, look, I've got a site here. It's brand new. It's doing 360,000 of revenue. I would like you to give us 20% of the revenue, but that includes the rent and access to the website and the marketing, or 15% plus the rent. And then you scale it up on a franchise model, but owning the properties and the leases. I mean, that's very important because otherwise people go, I'll just go off and do this on my own. And that's the McDonald's model, by the way, where they own the brand and the land that the franchisees operate out of. And that means that they will then push it to 450,000 of revenue per site. They'll do the extra hours and then you won't have the big payrolls. You will just have someone that you do all the marketing, you have the brand and you own the property. And over time, you'll have a massive property portfolio, and you get them past 360,000 revenue because people work harder. And then I think you'll make more net profit. You have a big property portfolio and you can scale this up around the country. Very exciting. And I, first of all, would run them for a year, get them open and so that they're trading so that they don't have to build them up. And you just say, look, now it's your chance to improve this. And then they would pay a £50,000 buy-in to it, which you could lend them over a period of time, and a bank will give them the money to put some of that in. It's very exciting.
That's a masterclass, James Sinclair. It's not often that I like what you say, but that's one of them.
Mate.
That's one of them.
Yeah, I very much appreciate that. I was at the business masterclass, and I thought that I'm an avid fan, so I thought that that's where you might go with it. And I know some people come on here for reassurance, but that is reassurance for us that that's the model that we're currently looking at.
But the big win here is that you can probably build a portfolio of properties up without putting any money into it. The bank will go, yeah, we understand this model. We'll lend you 100% finance because it's healthcare, and that's very exciting.
And this is why. This is partly why I'm here, because you've got experience with that. I mean, the difficulty that we have, cash flow like any business. So having the equity to then buy the buildings is always difficult.
But I don't think you do have to worry about that. Well, if you've proved this 5 times, and you take the lease on in the first instance, so that because what you want to do is control. So you open. So that's what McDonald's do: is they open a store, they fit it out, run it, And then the franchisee comes in and it makes more money because the franchisee goes, well, let's open an extra couple of hours. Let's make sure that electric bill is more efficient and then those lights are turned off, or, let's not waste this or waste that, because they have business owner mentality, but under the umbrella of a great brand, which I think you could have. And then you do all the marketing for them. You have a central software that does all the bookings. I mean, it's very exciting. This could be very good.
Well, I'm excited about that.
I don't buy all this. It's too profitable for them to buy. I mean, I think that's the only thing that I don't like that you've said. So keep it all, control it all, and do the McDonald's model where you just forever have income through franchisees.
Can I run something past you, James?
No.
We
No.
Our Gateshead branch.
Sorry.
You would be a for me, yeah.
Got to step your game up. Come on.
I need you to tell me the next step, James. This is
The next step. He's joining in as well. Damian's my favourite guest ever, I reckon.
So, we are the Gateshead branch. Myself and I have an on-off business partner. That means we don't get along, but Kieran Canny, who had the original Foot Medic, and we go into joint ventures together. We bought Gateshead at a very, very low price. It was a no money down deal. So we bought it. We turned it into a Foot Medic. We brought a podiatrist straight out of university who now is the owner. He bought it off us 34 months later. We tripled the value in 34 months. Which, the new owner paid for. He paid for that, but has a very profitable clinic. So I feel we've got an opportunity not only to acquire buildings, but acquire podiatry practices.
Absolutely.
I
then
think
run them and then put a franchisee in there and you own the property or you own the lease. Because what happens if you own the lease or you own the property? If the franchisee goes in there and goes, oh, we don't need Foot Medic, we'll just create,
got enough patients now.
We'll set up Step Medic instead, and just do you over. And you don't want that. But if you own the lease and you own the property, they can't do that. It gives you masses of protection.
Yeah, it's true. So what you're saying is, James, I need to come to your business buying class next month.
I'm not saying that. I mean, no, I'm not saying that. But
I'm saying it. You definitely should go.
Yeah, I mean, I think buying some, running them, and this is the trick that most people don't. What people do with franchisees is try and do the low hanging fruits, and sometimes it needs to be a little bit more complicated. If you can run it yourself for a couple of years, you build it up. You ingrain your systems in there and then you sell it. You say, look, it's £50,000 plus we want 20% of your revenue, but they're going to get the wage. They're going to work a bit harder. They're going to get your marketing support. Plus you're going to end up owning a big property portfolio. It's just very exciting.
Thank you. Wow.
And stop saying all this, that there's 360,000 is the ceiling that it can get to, because that is not true. You do want them to go past 360,000 because you're going to own them all and you're going to use the franchisee model. I mean, imagine every shop you open, you run it for 2 years, then you sell it for £50,000 on a franchisee loan that the podiatrist can get from HSBC or a third-party franchise lender. Very easy to get that. And then you've got all these property portfolio that is just going to build your long-term wealth. So you can have slow pounds and fast pounds. Very exciting.
Thank you. Could I ask another question? You mentioned the franchise route. In healthcare, and I've looked at a lot of models. Specsavers has the best model of all, but Vets for Pets, a lot of the dental buying groups that are out there, group dental practices, they tend to be joint venture partnerships, which is why we went down that road. So do you think a franchise model is better than a joint venture? I
think it is a joint venture, but you want to own the property and own the brand and take a percentage of revenue so that they have the motivation to drive it. What I'm saying is, as long as you own the property and the lease and the land, so that if they go to because you've got a contract, but a contract, if it goes wrong, you've got to fight it in court, and that's a load of stress and stuff like that. So what's more sure is if you're operating on my property, you have to do as you're told.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The McDonald's model, isn't it?
I mean,
absolutely.
McDonald's don't have to worry now because the brand arguably is probably worth more than the land that they operate out of. But Footmedic is not a Costa brand. It's not Coca-Cola. It is not McDonald's yet. So we want to put some insurance policies to make sure that people don't do you over. And I think owning the lease or owning the land is the number one way to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a mentality shift as well, isn't there? There's a difference between doing a joint venture because a JV model might be, we go to them and Damian and those guys give us the advice and the guidance so we can like take it or leave it. A franchise, you're buying the system, aren't you? You're buying the system and the playbook, and it's a very different mentality. We have loads of people who come on to this podcast who want to do a franchise, but that's because they think it's the quicker and easier way to scale it when they haven't really got any intrinsic IP or systems or processes that offer the value that a franchise needs to have, because the franchise is only as good as the system or the marketing that brings it in or the brand that brings it in. But you've actually got something genuinely franchisable here.
Yeah, to just go back slightly, my best pal and my business partner, Kieran Canny, who opened the original Footmedic, we were friends, and my clinics in Cardiff, which weren't called Footmedic at the time, weren't doing anything like his clinics. And I went to him. I probably got more of a commercial mind than he has. And I said, right, let's take your model, replicate it into Cardiff. If it works in Cardiff, we can then just keep replicating the same model. So we've got the finances to show the before and after with Cardiff, and then Gateshead, and we've got another one in Hillsborough as well. So we've got the financial proof that the model works. I suppose it's just convincing people to come along on this journey with us.
So I don't understand why you're saying that. Because if you build it and it's running and you're selling one that's already trading and it's already profitable, I think you'll find it very easy to get them. You're saying to someone, for little to no risk, you haven't got to build it up. You've been running it for 2 years. You say, here you go. This is doing 360,000 of revenue. You're going to keep 80% of that money. You're paying us a rent and a marketing fee and a licensing fee to use our brand and to use our property. Off you go. You can make as much as you can out of that 360,000.
Yeah, that's great. It's been a penny drop moment in my head, because what I've been doing is I've been holding on to my existing clinics as a safety net, whereas really I've got people that work for me that are very, very keen to run their own clinics, and I suppose suppressing them because I'm holding on to them. I should be letting them take these ones and me opening up another branch.
Yeah, I mean, what you won't have is the full turnover, but you'll probably be more profitable. And then you become the coach to them. You set up the Footmedic away days where all the franchise partners come for a weekend, and you say to them, look, do this, do that. And they'll be in business owner mentality. And you say, this is the marketing we're going to do. We're talking to the NHS about a national contract. And then you spend all your time buying, old Footmedic type places and putting your brand on, and then finding the next franchise partner and the next franchise partner.
I love it. Yeah, I knew I'd get a lot out of this, and now I know what to do. I need to bring the people through from Cardiff who are ready to go, and I'm holding them back really by waiting for other sites to come up, and I can then go off on those and develop those sites.
I mean, what I would do is I would read 3 or 4 or 5 books on franchising, like how to do a franchise and do it well, and go to the franchise shows in London, go to all the seminars about it, and just educate yourself before you go and do it. And then look at joint venture partners, look at what KFC do, look at what McDonald's do. That'll all be on Google. Book yourself a weekend away and just dive into this stuff, so you got no noise and distractions, because this is obviously the way to go with this, because these are professionals that will want to earn more money. And if you've got someone that's got business owner mentality that will, all right, we're going to stay open until 10 o'clock on a Friday night, very hard to get an employee to do that. They just want, to do more than 50 hours, 40 hours, 30 hours a week, whatever they want to do. That if they're into ownership mentality, they will push it further.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen this with Stephen and Gateshead. He worked very, very hard because ultimately he knew that he was investing in his own future, and he took it over at the beginning of the financial year this year, and is just going from strength to strength. And it's lovely to see. And it is quite nice to leave that sort of legacy behind, because it's working for us and it's working for him. And we just want it to work for more people. I mean, ultimately, yes, we want to be at the top of the tree, but it's nice to see people benefit from your model, if you like.
I mean, let's just do a quick SWOT analysis of your business. What's its strengths? It's not going anywhere.
Massive demand for it.
Massive demand. You are suppressing the revenue per location, which I'm still struggling to believe. But if that is the case, what's the weaknesses is it's very hard to get the staff and to motivate professionals to stay as employees. It's one of the biggest problems dentists have. What's the opportunities? Well, you could build a massive portfolio of commercial property around the country backed by a very predictable income. What's the threats? What are the threats to it? Is it recession proof? I think it is. Do you think it is, JB?
Yeah. If you've got a sore foot, you know about it.
Yeah. Is there a threat that people are born with no feet? That's not going to happen, is it? What are the threats?
Someone else emulates the model.
Yeah, someone emulates the model.
Is a threat. But there's not any real data. It's not like the NHS go, do you know what? Actually, no, we want to take all of that back in-house.
You're not prescribing medicine, are you?
No, we're able to issue certain drugs. We administer a lot of drugs. But that's why we're highly regulated. I mean, you talk about moats to your business. We can only be replicated by another podiatrist because they need to have that professional. We are licensed.
A threat. Someone could do something wrong and you could lose your license to operate. Like a dentist, you could be struck off type thing.
But that tends to come down to the practitioner rather than the practice. If you guided them and it was your policy to behave in a dangerous way with a patient, which you wouldn't do, then that comes down to professional liability, which falls on that individual practitioner. So the risk to the business is not.
Let's just quickly go over. I forgot average customer value. What is your average customer value?
So I knew you'd ask that. So we're currently working on a £98 per hour. And we're generally seeing that patient back 5 times a year, the average customer value. So it's very repeatable model.
And so they come back 5 times a year. And is that lifetime or until the problem's solved?
Yeah, I'm a little upset, guys, I've got to say, because as an avid viewer, I haven't been asked how I got my first customer.
Yeah, that's coming. I just remembered that. Don't worry, we're going to do that in a second.
Not this again.
And the reason why I segued into that was because that very much links with average customer value. But
what's your lifetime value? Are they sticking around for years and years, or do they have a problem that you solve and they don't need you?
Some we cure. We have to cure our patients, but most are recurring revenue models.
Okay, so it's got good lifetime value. Well, I've got a question to ask you now. Well, I'm going to ask my esteemed colleague JB to ask the question.
Here we go. Well, you know how this goes. Is the jingle?
Did you get your first customer? How'd you get the cash?
How'd you get the cash? How'd you get that cash from that first customer?
Leaflet drop.
Yeah.
A leaflet drop.
And do you still do leaflet drops?
And I don't.
Always the way.
Damian, you were so close to being our favourite guest. And unfortunately, you can't be now based on that answer.
I know.
Is it interesting though?
Yeah.
But that's the sort of stuff that you bundle up as part of your franchise offer. We do the paid ads, we do the leaflet, we do the drops, we do the insertion within the postal code areas. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew you'd ask me that. And I kind of wondered why we didn't. And this is shameful because this is probably the true answer, which is I probably think I'm too good for that now.
Damian, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
You've put your foot in it again. I mean, do you send
No.
text messages to remind customers to come back to you?
Yes. Yeah, we're very automated. I have a, am I allowed to do a plug? You said about software. I have a software that we use called practiceautopilot.co.uk that run.
Do you own
sorry.
it? You've got an affiliate.
I own
What's
it,
going
yeah.
on?
And that runs all the automations at the back of Foot Medic.
Well, practiceautopilot.co.uk sounds fantastic.
Is that yours as well, though? Have you built that up?
Yeah, that's
See,
mine.
again, that's another value add for the franchise.
Yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely. Yeah. I think one of the things that what you've just said there, though, is everyone is automating. And so therefore traditional media is getting more attention than ever before. And that's my point.
Yeah. And the reason why I thought about that was because you just linking with the lifetime value, the leaflets I sent out, I'm dyslexic. And I put a misspelling on the leaflet. I put the word here as in here with your ears, not come to our practice here. And a lady came in and corrected my spelling. She'd corrected it on the leaflet, which I was mortified about. And you know, that patient stayed with me for over 20 years.
Well, there you
and
go.
they would almost, and they were coming in about every 10 weeks for 20 years.
Well,
wow,
don't. I mean, someone else can check that. I mean, and AI can check any copy stuff. But I do think that leaflets, direct mail, certainly letters in the post.
Letter, imagine that for former patients. Step back in and see us again.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that coming through the door.
But I think it's really important, and less and less people are doing it, and therefore it's becoming more and more important. You know, what did marketeers do? They ruin everything. You know, the text message was one of the most powerful things. The WhatsApp has been amazing, but marketeers are going to ruin WhatsApp once the marketeers understand. And that's already starting to happen in America, but in the UK, WhatsApp marketing is going to be massive in the next year. And we're going to hate WhatsApp soon because it's going to be full of ads. And we'll be using it because we can help ourselves. We'll be using it for Marsh Farm and, you know, and all of our businesses. But, you know, because people can't bother to do the traditional stuff that I know really does work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, you had some questions, Damian, on which I want to make sure we answer. We might have covered them off already, but you submitted them, so we shall ask them. So questions for Jim. If you were me, would you try and grow a national brand of foot medics or just invest in other clinics? I think we've covered that. Oh, this is a good one. So question number 2 was, what vertical integrations would you suggest as good investments to build moats around my business?
Well, I think building the property portfolio on the back of the franchisees really gives you a strong moat. The longer you've been established will give you more moats. I mean, the only other thing is most of your customers older, like 60 plus.
Yeah, I would say that they are, but then the other 4, let's say 65-70% of them are, but and they're the recurring revenue model. But the remaining sort of 35 to 40% are the ones that are our highest income generators. So there's a good mix there.
I mean, what's great about your business is you get to sit and talk to someone for an hour or half an hour. So you really get to know them, and you train these people to be good consultants, good salespeople. Maybe, I would be buying a walking stick business, or a wheelchair business, or what's the electric scooter type businesses, not like a Lime bike one, but, a 4-wheeled thing. And you say, look, oh, by the way, we do have this type of our business. So if you're struggling to walk and stuff, we do all these other aids and stuff, and you can do a free trial with us. And I would try and buy a business in the UK that does. We had a spectacular business on the pod that done refurbished electric wheelchairs.
That's right, yeah.
He was going like gangbusters, wasn't he? And maybe doing a joint venture with a business like that in the first instance before you start it up, so that you get referral fees. Very exciting.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And the final question that you asked, which I think is going to be a difficult one to answer, but we'll go with it anyway. I'm looking to invest in commercial properties to run my businesses from. What locations would you suggest I look for?
Well, I would be the locations that you want to operate out of that have enough chimney pots. Very exciting. I mean, the other thing I would do as well is maybe if you can team up with a team that would go and collect your patients and bring them to the shop. If there is that.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Like
Even if there's a
service.
charity that would do that. I reckon there'll be charities locally that would do that.
The reason why I asked that, James, is I know that you're a big fan of garden centres. I know that I hear that you're looking to acquire them. Garden centres is my perfect place for our demographic. But the only problem that I've got with garden centres is that I'm not going to be able to acquire I can acquire the garden centre, but then that's beyond where I want to go with it. But I'm not going to be able to acquire the unit, and therefore, that's a great shame, really.
But I mean, if you wanted to buy a garden centre, maybe there are some available that you could get, and you could. But I mean, that's a different business altogether, and but maybe partnering with a garden centre and saying, look, can we do share space? So you can't own everything. McDonald's don't own everything. McDonald's have got a store in Liverpool Street Station. They don't own that one. They lease it, and so you will have a mixture. I don't own everything that I operate out of. So if a garden centre has got hundreds of thousands of visitors, maybe even 500,000 plus visitors, and it really stacks up, that's still worth doing and looking at.
Can I ask you one other question? I'm mindful of your time, and I'll make this the last one. Would you, in my position, look towards national shoe brands like Clark's? Because they are struggling in the high streets. They've got space that's costing them a fortune for us to be able to put.
Yes. I mean, I would be looking at all of that. And once you've got, a model where you've got the franchise model proven, you can go to them.
Oh yeah, imagine that.
I mean, it's a good name. The Foot Clinic is a good name.
It's good. Branding's good. The logo's good. It looks established.
It does look established. There's lots of pluses to it, in my opinion.
Thank you.
This is a good business. This is a very good business. Right, Damian, if people are walking around with a bad foot right now, where could they go and find more information to get their gait checked, their step aligned, and all that other good stuff?
So you can go to Foot Medic Cardiff if you want to see us in Wales, Foot Medic Gateshead, Foot Medic Royal Hillsborough, or Foot Medic Glasgow, which was the original. We'd be lovely to see you there. And if there are any podiatrists that are listening, please get in touch with us at the Foot Medic Group. We would love to show you around and see the opportunities that are available to you.
Amazing stuff. Thank you very much for being on. It's been a lovely conversation, mate. And thanks for being on the pod. We wish you well.
And thank you both for your time, and keep up the good work.
No,
thank you, pal.
mate.
Cheers, Damian. Take care. See you now.
Thanks, bye now. Thank you. Bye
Nice
now.
guy.
Lovely fella.
Nice
What a
guy.
lovely fella. I tell you what.
That could be very good, that. There's a little bit of...
we're still talking, don't worry. We've got a jingle.
No, sorry.
When you carry on, love.
There's a little bit of... what do you call it when... limiting belief factor there.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't buying.
Well, I think the model is he doesn't want to turn too much profit because then it makes it unaffordable for someone to buy it. But the model is got to be turned on its head in that regard, isn't it? He just needs to step up a little bit. With that. Step up a little bit with the mindset. Come on now.
Right, what's next?
It's time for the 8 traits of the greats. It's the point of the show where James Sinclair realises he hasn't found he's got a thing now, hasn't he? Don't worry, he's got a trusted assistant. He rates the entrepreneurs based on his metric of what he thinks a great business looks like. James Sinclair, over to you.
Starting with the end in mind, what are we going with, JB?
Oh, yeah, he's got that.
Passionate about their cause.
Loves a bit of feet. You're kidding.
Easy feet. Number 3, untold amounts of resilience.
We don't know. We didn't ask.
Yeah.
But if you deal with people's feet all day, you've got to be pretty resilient. We can't give him a point. I can't think of anything worse.
Are you going to ring him and ask him back out?
Yeah, I think I should. I've got it again. Now. I'm absolutely fuming.
Are you on about 100 tablets? Aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I'm basically like medically dead.
They master relationships with people.
Oh, you've got to be in that business, haven't you?
Commercial awareness.
I think he is, bud. Yes, I do agree with that.
Really, yeah.
Oh, well, hang on.
I'm going half on that.
All
because
right,
I don't like when someone says, we can't do more than 360,000. You solve that, don't you?
Fine.
They innovate so they don't evaporate.
He's looking to do that, isn't he? Maybe another little half there.
Maybe a little half. That brings the maths in nicely. They're master marketeers. I think we can give him that, but we don't like the...
It's a great website. They've got loads of leads, but he's not doing the basics. So half again has ruined your maths, hasn't it?
Okay. They stay teachable and curious. He's definitely got that.
Definitely that.
So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5.
5.5. He's not having a laugh at 5.5.
It's time for the big song.
We're not. Are we still doing the song?
Oh, we're not doing the song. Yeah. Stevie loves the song.
Oh, well, let's do it for Stevie then. He's got a 5. This business is gonna thrive. He's got a 5.5. Oh yeah, what do we do for half? He's not having a laugh.
I'll do the half.
When he's not doing a laugh, he's got a 5.5. He's not having a laugh. He's got a 5.5. He's got a 5.5. He's not having a laugh because he's got a 5.5. Chance. One day he'll join in. It'll be the best day of my life.
Oh, that is
Stevie. When we had producer Stevie, and she didn't know what to do. She just started dancing.
Yeah.
God love her. It doesn't really work for an audio podcast, does it? Anyway, there we go. What a brilliant show. It's now time for this next part of the show. Thanks very much, Chuds. It's time for the business quiz.
Versus JP on the quiz that's businessy. Business knowledge.
We've got so many ridiculous
Which one's clever and
jingles
which
now,
one's
haven't we?
dumb? Izzy Wizzy, let's get quizzing.
We've got
Is
so
it
many
Wizzy?
jingles that when our guests are saying, you haven't asked me how I got my first customer yet.
Yeah, because he wants to do the jingle,
Yeah.
even though he knows he's going to get told off. Ridiculous. Right, inside this folder is a quizzical question related to the subject or the sector of which we have just been discussing. Today's quizzical question is, in 2024... I can't read it that way around. In 2024, was the estimated total value of the UK private healthcare market. That includes private acute care, private medical insurance, self-pay patients, independent clinics, and specialist services. So in 2024, what was the total value of the UK private healthcare market? I've got a bit of an advantage here, JP, because I go private because I'm very posh.
I haven't got private healthcare.
Have you not? You believe in the good old NHS, don't you? This is going to be massive, isn't
I
it?
am going to have it, though. I'm going to get it.
You got it, haven't you?
It's interesting. Is it? I was thinking about who. Have you spent any money on private healthcare in the last 12 months?
Yes.
Have you? What did you have done?
I had it made longer.
Did you?
Yeah. No, like gout stuff. I've had like consultancy sessions about gout.
How much have you spent on that?
A few £100.
All right. So you haven't
Not
spent
loads.
thousands.
And then I've done a Blue Crest
Well, this
health
includes
check, which was
dentists.
$250, including dentist, and we've got like a monthly plan for that. Yeah, so all in all, I mean, it takes a lot to have this physique and this body. You know, it's an investment. It's an investment for Hayley's enjoyment.
The dentist is unbelievable, isn't it?
It's such a crazy model, isn't it? When you're lying there, do you want some more photos done? Tick, 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 tick. 50 quid.
Yeah.
It's a good model, isn't it? Would you want to look down the back of someone's gob all day? I wouldn't. Anyway, get back to the question. What do you reckon the total private healthcare market is worth last year? I've got an answer. I'm locking it in.
What are you going with?
I'll go 7 billion.
I've gone 20
Oh, okay.
because I think there's a lot of companies paying private healthcare for staff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just massive. The dentist must be a.
Yeah, I didn't think about the dentist.
So what is the UK economy? Is it 1 trillion or 2 trillion in size? It's 2.5 trillion, I think, isn't it?
Let's go over to Dictionary Corner.
3.9 trillion.
No, 3.9 trillion.
3.9 trillion.
I'm definitely sticking with my 20 billion.
Yeah, I've gone wrong, haven't I? I've gone 7. Right, let's find out. And the answer is 12.4 billion. So I win. Yeah! Oh, no! Yeah! Thanks, Chuds.
Oh.
Private acute hospitals generated 6.7 billion in revenue with major operators like Spire and Nuffield, etc. In August 2025, the NHS waiting list. Oh, Jesus Christ! In August 2025, the NHS waiting list reached approximately 7.4 million patients.
Wow.
So 10% of the population waiting to be seen. That's scary, isn't it? And the CAGR for the UK private healthcare market is 2.9% to 2034.
That's just all-
10% of people are waiting.
How much is the dentist industry worth of that, Chuds?
Chuds have broken the This cheap tat.
How much is the dentist industry worth of that 6.7
I don't know,
billion?
Spoon. That's a great question. What are you looking so sad for today, Spoons?
UK dentist industry is valued at 12 billion.
Well, this is a problem.
Just showing a few holes in our research, hasn't it? That means it's only 400 million quid was spent on everything else.
The UK private health industry is valued at 12.4 billion. So they are not the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Chuds, everybody. Chuds.
I mean, I was putting dentistry in there.
Oh, here he goes. Here
I
he goes. Here he goes.
No, but I did speak about dentists.
No, I
before.
did, didn't I? Did you hear me? Chuds, did you hear me mention? I did mention it, didn't I? Yeah.
Private hospitals are 6.7 billion. Clinics and private practitioners are 4.9 billion. NHS funded private patients 700 million. Yeah, actually, that's the division, of the full amount.
That wasn't including dentistry.
Here he goes.
So it's not including dentistry because that's its own 12 billion pounds.
So that would have put it at 24, wouldn't it? What did I say again? Just so everyone knows I'm a legend. What did I say again? Was it 20?
No,
Yeah.
I was working into my calculations dentistry, and I did say
you would
that
have been
before.
accurate, yes, just the wrong game.
You would have been right, but you were wrong. So there you go. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's episode of the podcast, please feel free to leave us a 5-star rating and review. Let us know. Let us know. I do feel more comfortable with JB because he's an idiot. Shut up, Spoons. Nobody asked you. If you have enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave us a 5-star review and pass the pod. Send this on to an entrepreneur who you think this might help, especially if they're in the foot podiatry business.
Sounds good. Thanks for watching, gang, and I'll see you in the next one to help grow your business.
Ta-da.